Boys, Madden 25 is here. I am currently recording this on release day. Probably won't be seeing this video for a week or two, but it is here, and we are going to be doing a Madden franchise. Now, I'm a Panthers fan. We have been absolutely god-awful the past few years, but hopefully I am here to turn that around. Now, looking at these, our top 5 players are Derek Brown, J.C. Horn, Taylor Moton, Jadeveon Clowney, and Deontay Johnson. We're 32nd in passing, which is garbage. Only $4 million in salary cap. And somehow we're 8th in pass rush. Now, obviously, Jadeveon Clowney's pretty good. But I am interested to see why they think we're number 8. Now, I am going to be using all Madden difficulty, simulation style. For the quarter length, I'm thinking I'm going to move that down to 5 minutes. Other than that, these are the settings. Now, looking at our lineup, Bryce Young is currently a 73, Chuba's a 79, Jonathan Brooks 78, Deontay Johnson 83, Thielen 83, Leggett is 72, TMJ 72 as well on the other side. And then Mingo's a 72 here. Offensive line, we got 79, 76, 76, 83, 84. Ian Thomas is a 70. Trimble's a 70 at tight end, but a 73 at fullback. For defense, Xavier Woods 83. DJ Wanham 74. Shaq Thompson 83. With Wallace as a hidden dev at 70. Clowney's 84. Jordan Fuller 79. Troy Hill 76, J.C. Horn 86, Dane Jackson's a 73, and then Smith Wade's a 69. Defensive line, Derek Brown's superstar, and he's 90 overall. Shai Tuttle 71, Crumedy 69, and then Ashawn Robinson's a 74. And then we have Eddie Pinheiro at kicker 74, and Johnny Hecker 73. So it says we're 79 overall. We're probably going to be way worse than that. But the main thing I want to do is develop Bryce Young. Personally, I think he can be the guy. I think he just got drafted to the worst possible franchise for him. I feel like if we had C.J. Stroud, Panthers would be in a similar situation. I think if we didn't trade for the number 1 overall pick and we just kept our same roster, I don't think we get the number 1 pick this year. And even if we did, if we got Caleb Williams this year, I think we're the same spot. I think Panthers are just kind of destined for doom. But main focus, develop Bryce Young and see if we could turn this sorry franchise around. First things first, other than looking at our roster, training camp. Now, obviously with this, I'm going to use Bryce Young. And I probably won't show all of it. I'll just show a few reps. And I probably will skip the rest of the training camp, to be honest. Like, I'll do it, but I will not show you guys. Just know I'm putting in the training camp work. Second rep here. Oh, that's too late. Missed both targets, and he didn't catch it. Wow, that is awesome. Go over here. Hit a target, please. Thank you. Okay, final rep I'll show you guys is this one right here. Now, if we're all the way over here, can we hit multiple targets? Oh, we could have, probably, but not the way I threw it. Okay, I'm going to finish out this training camp. I'll get back to you in a second. After training camp, we got a few skill points for our players, including one for Bryce Young. So that's pretty huge. Getting the tutorial pop-ups. Don't know why. I know how to play the game. Thank you very much. Scrambler, Field General, Improviser, Strong Arm. I think Improviser is what I want him to be. 3 throw actually mid and 3 throw on the run. So he's got 87 throw power, 79 deep, 83 mid, and 87 short. 86 on the run. So that ain't too bad. What speed he's got? 87 speed. That's pretty nice. Okay. Next upgrade is Derek Brown. I'm going to do run stopper for him. Oh, he's got 6 upgrades here. Love to see it. Next upgrade after that, I believe we got one for Deontay Johnson and Adam Thielen. which is good because I feel like wide receiver is a weak point on this roster. We'll just go with the scheme fit since that's his best one. And he's got a whole lot of upgrades, including +5 total to the different route running stats, which I feel is interesting because he's already a pretty good route runner. I didn't think you'd get too many more of those upgrades. Same with Thielen, he's a pretty good route runner. And he's pretty even on all of the different categories. So once again, we'll go with the scheme fit. And then I'm going to upgrade both these other guys, and then I probably won't do Eku, Leota, or Nash Jensen. I'll probably just let computer do that one. Jordan Fuller, run support, sure, why not? Get the scheme fits up. And then for, who was this? Chuba Hubbard, elusive back. What is Chuba's speed? I think he just got a +1 speed. He's got 90 speed, so not great, but not terrible. And then the next thing I want to do, forgot to upgrade those guys. I'll do that in a second. Next thing I want to do is go to free agents. And I know we don't have a lot of cash, but there's a way we could sign Gilmore. Now, he may not go here in real life, but I feel like it's a good possibility he returns back to the Panthers. So, do we have enough to sign him? Over the salary cap, must clear 1.81 before signing him. Okay, so that's what I was thinking. Now, what will be the best way to clear that cap? I'm thinking a trade of some sort, but I don't want to get too crazy yet. I want this first year to be semi-realistic. I mean, I'll be using the team, so it might have a little bit more wins than we probably should. But for the most part, I want it to be too realistic. Gilly is probably the one that I'm going to stretch on. Why do I keep pressing that? Manage roster, not manage team. Manage roster. Probably stretch the realism with Gilly. Other than that, keep it pretty realistic. Other than, hopefully, I could get us a few more wins than we will in real life. As far as managing this roster, who's a contract? I don't think this is is that where I release them? I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Team salaries. Is that where I go? I never look at this part. Holy. Okay, so I need 1.1. How much does Ian Thomas cost? Or any of the tight ends, really? Rashad Penny, he did retire. He's only got a 160K penalty. So if I could get rid of him and someone else. I'm sorry, Rashad Penny. But you did retire. No, I don't want to edit player. I want to release player. I keep clicking buttons too quick. Get out of here. Okay, so halfback. Yeah, look how many running backs we have anyway. Okay, so release player. Free 990,000, but a penalty of 160,000. He's been released. And then who else do I want? How many wide receivers we got? Penalty is 0 for these guys. David Moore, do we release again? He's already been released once, I think. Can't believe Smith Marset is only 67 overall. It's kind of weird to me. Okay, not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna release David Moore. Or actually, let me go check out corners first and see if there's one that we could, kind of replace Gilly with. I know we're kind of thin over here. Nobody I'm seeing. Yeah, I could get rid of these two. He has no penalty. But he's also only 24 years old, so I'd like to see if I could develop him. Anybody else? I think I should just go with that wide receiver, I guess. Ian Thomas is 3 mil, but he's a penalty of 2 mil, so that doesn't do anything. So yeah, let's just go get rid of David Morgan. Sorry, David Moore. But we need to go get Gilly. Release David Moore. Now let's go get our boy, Stephon Gilmore, added to this team and bolster our corners a little bit. Hopefully J.C. Horn stays injured. And actually, I gotta go check and make sure injuries are on because I don't think I had pre-existing injuries on. So we have a few guys that are active now, like Jonathan Brooks, that probably shouldn't be. But I ain't complaining. But I want to make sure there are injuries. I must clear 1.72. Do I have to advance week to do it, or am I dumb? And do I not know how the salary cap stuff works? You're right, I don't. But what happened there? Team salaries. Does it tell you what it's freeing up? Is it savings? Okay, so that's what it's saving. Yeah, okay. That's what I was looking at, was it not? So I need to clear up 1.7. So let's just sort by this. Okay. Go down to the 1.7s. And who's this? Johnny Hecker? I like Johnny Hecker too much. Not doing that. Leota's only a 62, but he's only 24. He's kind of a dog in real life. I don't know what he's going to be in this game. Ian Thomas is 1.3. I don't know. Honestly, should get rid of Jansen since he's a long snapper in real life. And in real life, I don't really want him to get, to cut him. But for Madden, I'm cutting this guy. He's out of here. He's a 36 overall. If I want him back, I'd go get him back. That frees 1.15. Now, before I do anything, if I go back to go sign Gilly, will it say I freed 0.5? Or I need to free 0.5? Or do I need an advance week for those to kick in? Let's see right here. Sign. Yes. So now I need to clear 1.56. I am not getting what this is saying. Is it saying a billion out here? Like, come on now. I'm going to advance week. Well, I'm going to play the preseason game and then advance week, and then we can see. Because I will be playing preseason games, and I'm going to be playing full games since it's on the highest difficulty. So these first few episodes are just going to be preseason. Might be a little bit boring. We'll see how quick they go, but I'm going to play the full preseason game. So even the backups, all that. We'll see how it goes. And then hopefully after this preseason game, we can go and sign Gilly. Their top 3 players on the Patriots, Jones, Peppers, and Judon. They are 1 overall higher than us. Without any further ado, let's get into it. There's the boys running out for the first preseason game. We got Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis. Not the biggest game, it's just preseason, boys, but a win would still be nice. Oh yeah, and we got the new kickoff. This is my first time seeing the new kickoff. This is going to be interesting. We start with the ball. Oh, this is so weird. Smith Marset. Oh, there's the new kickoff rules. Is this on all Madden? That was a good return. That's better than any return I saw all weekend of preseason week 1. And unlike real life, we have Bryce Young and the starters coming out to play, which I think is going to be very much needed. We were 2-15 last year, and they think they could get away without playing the preseason? I don't think so. Okay, this is the camera angle I like. Let's go, Chuba. Quick gain of 3. The game feels nice and different. Like, the graphics aren't too much different. How different can you really get them? But I like the feel of it so far. That was literally my first snap other than Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. And the camera feels weird too. Kind of like it. Beginning of Madden is always my favorite season over here. Because it means football season's right around the corner. You know, you're learning how the new game, how everything's different, if there's anything different. And Bryce Young to Xavier Leggett. Oh, I just juked and it did nothing. Oh. I wonder if it's because I was sprinting with him? Or I wonder if it's because, like, he has a low juke rating? That was a pretty good gain. And then Chuba. Oh, I probably could have got the outside angle. Another gain of 3. Run a screenplay for Chuba. I mean, there's some optimism with the Panthers this year, but not much, especially when they're not going to play them. Like, we've been through so many coaches and so many bad situations that it's, like, kind of hard to have any faith. And the screen gets kind of stopped there. Loss of 1. Run bench now. Most are going to do coach challenges, so I can't, find the cheese plays and do the cheese plays. Tommy Tremble. And Bryce Young is not accurate with his throw. Field goal for us. Oh, what is this? Yo. What? That kicking meter is wild. I thought it was going to look like the college football one. That was weird. Now it's time for our first kickoff. Oh my. This kickoff is so weird. I just moved my guy out of the way. It's okay. Scott comes in, closes it up. Now, that didn't seem too much like All Madden to me. But I know in previous years, All Madden feels awful. And it's like the game's slightly more difficult, but it's really just dumb things happen more often. Like, this was on Madden 22, I think it was. I had a fantasy draft franchise. And, God, it freaking... Did I just put Derek Brown in freaking coverage? I did. It felt like I couldn't do anything right. Like, I'd run the ball pretty well. I'd pass it pretty well. But if I made one wrong read, it's not like it would just be an auto interception, which I would understand. Like, if I make the wrong read, guy's right there, he intercepts it. It would hit off my receiver's face mask, bounce in the air, then he would go to catch it, bounce off his hands, then it would bounce off one of the defender's hands, and then into another defender's hands for an interception. So hopefully they got All Madden tuned better this year as I obliterate that guy. And if it's better, I have a lot more faith in my chances at winning something here. And look at Jadeveon Clowney, first look in a Panthers uniform. I was so happy we got him this offseason. Because, not many people are going to want to come to Carolina Panthers after a 2-15 season. But he wanted to come, and I don't care if it was just for money. He wanted to come. However, downside of that is I could see us not doing good again this year and then trading him at the trade deadline just for a second or third, or if even that, of a pick. Because I know Clowney wants to compete for more than winning 4 games, which is my prediction for the Panthers this year, is 4 games. Chuba breaking it for the first. So, trade deadline might be a little rough for the Panthers, but hopefully, if J.C. Horn stays healthy and our offensive line could create, 3 seconds of protection for Bryce, I'll feel good about our chances. Because, like I said, I think Bryce is the guy. We just have no offensive line and not the greatest receivers. But we improved both this offseason with Deontay Johnson and with Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis. Damian Lewis is a little injured right now, I believe. But the first preseason game, I know we didn't have a lot of starters. Offensive line looked just like last year. Just like last year. 0 time for any thinking. And that poor... Oh, that's not what I meant, dude. Jatavion Sanders just stole that for a 4th down. That is rough. What was I saying? I don't even remember. Just been yapping this entire time. If Bryce Young gets no, time for any processing, not even a second, that's how quick some of these breakdowns are on the offensive line. If he doesn't get that, it's going to be pretty close to what we were last season. Oh, God. Get him. And they have Drake May starting on here, I think. Unless they have changed the way preseason works. Because I believe in past Maddens, first quarter starters, and then the rest of the game is backups. And then second game is first half starters, and then rest is backups. And then third game, it's 3 quarter starters, and then fourth quarter backups, I believe. I don't imagine they'd switch that. They don't switch too much, and that doesn't seem like a necessary change. But you never know with Madden or with EA. They do the weirdest things at the weirdest times. But so far, I'm liking it. This is literally my first game playing. And it's, just preseason. But I like how it feels. It feels great. Now they're going for a field goal. How long is this field goal attempt? Does it tell me? It does not. I like this scoreboard, too. Shaq Thompson, can you get a return here? No, but they do miss the field goal. We stay up 3-0. And I don't know if we have the current kicking competition like we do in real life that just ended yesterday. The thicker kicker got released from the Panthers roster. But either way, I feel like with Madden, I'm not really going to be interested in a kicker competition. It'll probably just be Eddie P, who's solid. He's not the best, but he's solid. I'm really more focused on getting Bryce Young some help. There we go. That was a nice juke. Got the first down. We've gained 79 out of 250 yards for our coach goal. We haven't got the ball to Deontay yet. Can we do that, or am I going to force this to him? I'm forcing it to him, but he got it. Gain of 6. Okay, that might have been the last play of the first. Does it continue winding down? It does. Okay, that was the last play of the first. Okay, first play of the second quarter. You know what? I might just play the first half of this one and then the second half of the next preseason game. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then the next video after that will be the full game, probably. I think that'd be nice. Do I just do halves the games? Oh, I don't know. I might not play it. I might just skip to the first game of the regular season. So we do these halves, we skip to the regular season. I think that's probably best because it's just preseason. Like, we don't need to see backups, so we don't really have any competitions going on other than wide receiver. But they're all the same overall, so if I wanted to do something there, I could switch it. And then, how's this looking? I can't put a zig on him until I get Hot Route Master, which, by the way, I think's dumb. I like the way college does the abilities more, or I guess not abilities, but the hot routes and stuff. Give us all of them where we don't need Hot Route Master. And then Jatavion Sanders looking good on this route. This is a good route for college. Wonder if it's a good route for Madden too. Let's go, Andy. I can't tell. Let's just run it and slide. Probably could have got the first there, but don't want to be fumbling with the boy Andy Dalton. I know he's a backup, but we still got to keep him healthy. And actually, I'm going to do a play action here. PA cross. There it is. There it is. To Sims. What a toss by Andy Dalton. We go up 10-0. Let's see if we could hold them scoreless yet again. We got kind of bailed by a missed field goal last drive, but, you know, hopefully we could do a little bit better at containing them. I'm way worse at defense than I am offense, but hopefully with Madden defense, it's better than college football defense. And we got Amari Barno here. I think he's pretty fast, too. Like, I know his MUT card is a budget beast, which probably will be a little bit more expensive, but, you know, he has like 85 speed when the highest speed's 86. He definitely doesn't have 85. What am I saying? He has like 80 plus speed, and he's like a 70 overall when the highest speed is 86, Tyreek Hill and Xavier Worthy. And so far, they are driving on us. Doesn't look like we're going to be stopping much. And look, they have Jacoby Brissett as backup here, which is opposite of real life. And he just dotted us up, and that's why it's opposite in real life. I tried swatting it, but I did the wrong timing. Are blocks better here than they are in college? I don't think so. I think they're nerfed a little bit. Our second kickoff of this new kickoff. Still so weird. But now we got Blackshear returning it. Can we break one loose here? We can break one loose. We're not going to get a touchdown because he's not fast enough. But all the way up to the 32. We got 2:36 to work with. We got some nice field position. Starting off with a little outside run here from Jonathan Brooks, who I can't wait to see in real life. I'm not a big college watcher. I know I play college football 25. But I've actually never watched college, so I don't know how good he is. But he's like the 8th best rated rookie in the game. And he was a second-round pick that many think we reached on. And I think part of that is because he tore his ACL, so he's still recovering. He's not going to play till like week 4, I think it is, at the earliest. So that kind of sucks. But I think he could be a nice back. Hopefully he is a nice back. Because since losing CMC, it's been kind of rough. I like Chuba, but I thought I liked Miles Sanders, but he was not the answer last year. Looking for a bounce back year out of him, too. I'm sort of optimistic with Dave Canales as our head coach. But Dave Tepper, man, he's the problem, in my opinion. And I could have had a touchdown there with Jonathan Brooks, but I was messing it up. Can we get it with spacing here? Jonathan Mingo looking for a big year from him, too. Last year was also a little rough. Just run, just run. And look at that. Andy Dalton, the mobile menace out here. Touchdown, Jonathan Brooks. Final minute 38 of this half. They just got a gain of 8 on a Jacoby Brissett scramble. And we could have probably got a pick there. They also used one of their timeouts. And with it being 3rd and 2, we might be able to get another possession here, which I wasn't thinking. I was thinking it was just going to be, spoke too soon. I was thinking it's just going to be, this final defensive drive, and then we go into the next preseason game after we try and see if we could sign Stephon Gilmore. Which, if we can't, it's no big deal. Like I said, I don't think we're going to be, that's not pass interference, is it? It is. That's rough. I don't think that was pass interference. Anyway, it's not the biggest deal if we don't sign Stephon Gilmore. It'd be nice because our corners are pretty thin. We have J.C. Horn, who gets injured a lot, which I don't know if that's going to translate to Madden, but if it does, we got pretty much no one after that. So Gilmore would be nice. He's already been in Carolina. He's actually one of 5 Carolina jerseys I have, and I currently have no current players' jerseys. But I was super psyched when he traded a 6th for him a few years ago. And I would love it if he would come back. I know the jersey I have has Bryce Young's number on it, but I would treat it just the same as an active player. It would be the one I would wear every game day. Oh, he did go to that one. The outside one was open. I was going to go try and cover it. 36 seconds left in the half. They were doing good at driving. They're at least going to get points here. How many is the question? Probably had that touchdown there, but pressure got to him. 3rd and 6, 28 seconds. Going to use Josie Jewell, who I think is a pretty sneaky pickup for us, to be honest. Like, he's not going to replace Luvu, I don't think. Luvu was a dog. He was one of my favorite players last year and the previous few years. Oh, I should have freaking animated for that interception. But I live in Colorado. I'm a Panthers fan that lives in Colorado. Funny enough, I actually bandwagoned the Panthers in 2015 after being a Broncos fan growing up. And he just gets a touchdown. And so I watch the Broncos a lot too. They're the local team I get to watch. So Josie Jewell is pretty good. He ain't Luvu in my opinion, but he's decent. And at least we got someone close-ish to Luvu. Because, I love Luvu. He was pretty good, but he was not good in coverage. He was just a blitz type of guy. 3rd kickoff for us. This one we're just going to let go to the touchback of the 30-yard line. But like I was saying earlier, some optimism in this Panthers squad, but not a whole lot. I'd love for them to prove me wrong. And Jonathan Brooks gets stopped behind the line. Who is number 5? That guy is Usain Bolt. Jabril Peppers. That makes sense. Holy. Well, that's the last play. This is the last play of this half. I'm going to simulate this next half. And then I will see you at the main menu. Or actually, I'll take you along with the sim. How about that? I don't care about this scheme. I don't care. Let's just defend inside and run inside. Now let's sim it. No, not the next play. Can you give me my options again? Jump forward. End the game. Okay, we score touchdown. We get another touchdown. Another touchdown. We score 38 points, which is 45 points. That is 42 more than we scored in real life against the Patriots. But preseason week 1, we win 45-14. Checking back in the next week, looking at free agents, and it looks like Gilly is not there, which is kind of painful. I kind of expected too. But Xavier Howard has 90 speed, and I have been wanting him too, so he is cheaper. I will sign Xavier Howard. And then, can I get someone else too? I don't think there's anybody here I really need. But like a Dory Jackson 92 speed, he's another corner. If I have the funds, which I don't think I do, I'll get him too. I have the funds. I need to clear 920. Okay, so I think I'm just going to leave it there, actually. And then we'll try and save for next offseason. But we do have some players that need upgrading, which I should probably wait till after the weekly strategy. But I'll just sim through that. And wow, we just have Smith Wade. I don't really know how to say that first name. I kind of just say Chow, but I doubt that is right. Upgrade him to man-to-man. And he gets +2 man coverage. And we also have this storyline, which I've heard they've added some new storylines into the game. What is this one? Ready for the press conference this week. I assume they're going to ask me about position battles. Just be careful what you commit to if they do. Got it. Okay. Now we got the press conference for training camp. What are we going to be asked here? You should be having a halfback position battle according to most experts. Which stat will determine the winner of the battle between Chuba and Jonathan Brooks? Now, I like Chuba, but I actually don't mind this. Highest yards per carry is what I'm going to say for this position battle. And since Jonathan Brooks isn't actually injured in this game, I do like this position battle because, like I said, I'm looking forward to him and his debut for us in a few weeks. And then, I don't know if you guys saw that on the right, but the Bears got David Bakhtiari. Colts got Justin Simmons. Bo Nix went off a little bit. I mean, 2 touchdowns, 66 yards ain't really nothing. Jonathan Brooks, shout out for making it. Where is the signing for... There's no signing for Stephon Gilmore, but there is for Justin Simmons. 1-year deal with $8.9 million, and then 1-year deal with $9.2 million. So where did Gilly go? He ended up signing with the Texans, which is huge. Look at this cornerback room. Derek Stingley, 88 overall, 23 years old. Desmond King, 80 with 29 years old. And Gilmore, 87 overall with being 33 years old. That is kind of painful, but, you know, you live with what you can. And we still got a pretty decent corner. Not quite Gilmore status, but he's good enough. Now I'm going to sim this weekly strategy real quick. I'm just going to do whatever they tell me to. Yep. Focus players. I do like these guys since they're the 3 hidden dev traits. Let's start training. Okay, now sim training. We could get right into week 2 preseason game against the Jets. Taking over the second half of the game, so just the backups. Start of the second half, we are kicking off, but we are currently leading 13-7. Now imagine they're going to score here on me, which is going to be kind of embarrassing. But, you know, it's just preseason. Like, I'm expecting not to win very many games in the regular season, so why should I care about winning games in the preseason? You're right, I shouldn't. Well, I didn't check Xavier Howard's... Oh, look at the start here. Joe Smith Wade, or however you pronounce it. I didn't check Xavier Howard's number, so I might change that, because I am a big number guy. I like being able to change the numbers and, you know, making the team my own. That's Dane Jackson. I don't think he's on here because it's backups. And they're driving already. You had that big gain first play. But it's just backups, so I don't think his number is going to be here. Jamie Robinson has bruised ribs. That ain't good. I also like him in real life. Like, I think he could be good. It doesn't have the highest Madden rating, but do I care? Not really. If he could play good on the field in real life, that's how I judge it. Anyway. Because if I judge off Madden ratings, I think Kyle Pitts is the best tight end of all time. I think Michael Vick is the greatest quarterback of all time. But we don't actually think those things now, do we? Now, Kayla Vaughn's back, and you guys didn't see this. But looking at the injury report, he did get injured for a week, so I don't know what that was about. But he is back as we get the interception from Nick Scott. Oh, look at us in the end zone celebrating in preseason. Only the Panthers can, baby. What is there celebrating the regular season? Nothing. What is there celebrating preseason? Literally everything. Okay, Jonathan Brooks, we need to get you some yards per carry. Oh, what am I doing? He laid out for it. Who was that? Jonathan Mingo? I'm not shocked he dropped that, if you know what I'm saying. Let's start running with Jonathan Brooks. Try and get him some help in this position battle, because I wouldn't mind starting him. And I had that touchdown there, but I suck at this game. I suck at all video games. 1st and 10, though, after that nice run. Jatavion Sanders, I like that route. I like Jonathan Mingo's route. I like Sims' route. And I like Jonathan Brooks' route. I'm going to just go for Jonathan Brooks here. Spin move is not as good as college, which is actually a good thing. Like, I like how the balance is between college and Madden so far. I've only played the one half, like I've been saying, but so far it seems a lot more, Madden-like than college-like. Miles Sanders there. Miles Sanders is a guy we should probably look at trading, not going to lie. No hate to Miles Sanders. Once again, he's another guy I like in real life. He's good. Or can be good. But last year was a big disappointment, just like that third down run from me. That wasn't Sanders' fault. That was my fault. So now we're punting it. Oh, that was weak. I didn't expect the meter to move that fast. Trading Miles Sanders might be difficult. Probably wouldn't get too much. But he does have a lot of salary, if I do remember, for a halfback anyway. And with our halfback battle of Chuba and Jonathan Brooks, assuming one of them stays healthy, we should be good at being able to get rid of Miles Sanders. Like, he's probably not going to stay on this roster. As you could see me air truck the air. Still, defense not the strong suit. Let me go on Wallace here, our little hidden dev middle linebacker. And we kind of get the tackle. And they got Tariq Cohen. That's wild. Didn't he retire? No. Am I thinking of the wrong person? I know some former Bears running back just retired. And did I just step off sides? Oh, the tackling kind of seems like college. What was that? We did get offsides, which is a big rookie move. Let's go with Caleb on. I'm interested to see what he does. He was another pickup this year, this offseason. And a lot of our pickups, obviously not the best players. Just kind of high ceiling, or not high ceiling, what's it called? I guess high ceiling, like high potential guys that could break into something nice, but it's not the most likely of scenarios. And who is this? Who is that? Who's their backup? I don't know, but he just freaking ran that pretty nice. What does his name say? I can't read it. He's kind of nice with it. Taylor? Is it Tyrod Taylor? Tyrod Taylor on the Jets. Kind of like that, too. Oh, what just happened? We just roughed the passer now? I forgot they had switch stick in this too, like college. I was not ready for that. Oh, a legal man downfield. Oh, we'll go with 3rd 16. 5 yards is what they would have got on that second down. Is pretty much how that would have worked. If I'm making sense. Oh, I could have intercepted that, but I didn't switch me to the guy. 4th and 16. They're going to get a field goal. And it'll be our time for some offense. Now, I might kind of just chew clock. Well, it's kind of boring for you guys, but there's no reason to play this preseason game competitively. Regular season, obviously, probably not going to chew clock in the third quarter. Preseason, we can do that, try and get it, done a little bit quicker. Jameson go up and block for me. Not as good blocking as we did last week, but we still get up to the 30. Which all these returns I feel like are better than real life. I don't recall seeing anything past the 35 in real life, and I had the one all the way on the other side of the field. So I like it for Madden so far. Real life is to be determined. 5 yards for Brooks. That's going to help his yards per carry. I think. I don't know what his current yards per carry is, but I think if you're averaging 5 yards per carry, you're looking pretty good for the position battle. Although with Chuba having less carries, it might help him. Because if he gets 10 carries a game and with 60 yards, 6 yards per carry, and then I'm here using Brooks for the second half, who gets 30 carries, he'll end up with 3 yards per carry. So Chuba's probably going to end up winning that battle, but I like both of them being the starters, so it doesn't really affect me for who wins. Now entering the fourth quarter, 2nd and inches. Let's just see how much clock we can chew on this drive. Try and juke. Jukes aren't working as well. So he's got 5 rushes for 42 yards. That is 8 yards per carry. A little bit higher than that. It's 8.2 or something like that. So that's pretty good. That is pretty good for his starting job. Another 8 yards. So now 6 rushes for 50. That is pretty nice. 2nd and 2. Let's keep running it. The game knows we're chewing clock here. That was not that big of a gain. That might lower it. Actually, that will lower it. But it doesn't matter, really. In grand scheme, it's cool for the little storyline. Doesn't matter too much. They'll both probably get snaps in the regular season. Also, does this game have wear and tear like college? It does not. To be honest, I like the wear and tear system. And I guess, I don't know if it does, but judging based off my player icon indicator down there, it does not. Little screen, 2nd and 5. We are driving while chewing the clock. However, we went out of bounds there and the clock stopped. Now, what happens if Miles Sanders gets the most yards per carry? Because he's only getting 3 carries a game. 2-minute warning. Still up by 3 against the Jets. So we've chewed 4 minutes worth of clock on this drive. And we're looking to get a nice... Oh, they brought the speed out here. A nice touchdown here. And Terrace Marshall all by himself. Touchdown us, baby. Now, as far as YouTube schedule goes, I think what I'm going to do is Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays still, which is what I've been doing, as I get a big pass. Tuesdays will be Road to Glory. Wednesdays will be Dynasty. And Thursdays will be Franchise. And then sometimes Dynasty and Franchise will be replaced with Ultimate Team Update videos. But I think that's going to be the main focus on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. But it is kind of difficult because this is currently being recorded for, what would that be? The 20th? Is that what it is? Oh, God. Hey, we broke it up. This is currently being recorded for the 22nd of August, Thursday. And it's currently release day. So I'm a little bit ahead. I think I have college football videos till the 29th, I think. Or 28th, I guess, because I don't have the 29th of August franchise video recorded yet. So I'm out a few weeks. I'm ahead a few weeks. But in my Road to Glory series, I just did the 4th episode of my halfback. Ooh, Dane Jackson with an interception. I'm in the 4th episode of my halfback Dynasty. And what is it? He's a sophomore. And we're 4 weeks into the season, I think, maybe. Or 6 weeks. I don't really remember, not going to lie. I think 6 weeks, actually. So he's still got 3 more seasons unless I declare for the draft, which I don't think I'm going to do after this. So it's going to be a minute till our Road to Glory gets imported over here to Madden. But that's my thought process on my schedule. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Eventually might go up to 4 days. It's kind of difficult right now because I'm learning how to edit everything and making thumbnails, and it's a lot more time consuming than I have the time for. But we'll find a way to make everything work. As I just kind of chew this final minute of clock down. And they're calling timeouts on this? Is that what's happening? There's their final timeout. Now, did they add the QB kneel thing like college football did? Because I pray they did. Like we take the kneel here and it just goes all the way down? It does not. Oh, God. Unless... No, your clock's on. That is not good. I like college football's thing with this way more. Where it just goes all the way down. 4th and 8. Shoot clock again. Oh, it wants me a field goal. I'm not kicking this field goal. I'm just going to run this clock down, and we are going to win 20-10 in our second preseason game. And we are going to be 2-0 in preseason. So that's pretty nice. Now, post-game, we have 5 more people with upgrades, but I'm only going to choose Trevin Wallace's and Ike Makwanu's. I'm going to do... I need to do pass protector for Ike. I know he's so far down there. I need pass protector. Like, I wish this man was a great pass protector in real life. It would be so much easier for Panthers fans to have to defend all the people's decisions. Let's go with field general. Oh, it's Trevin Wallace. I've been saying Tevin Wallace. What a casual I am. Not even a real fan. Well, I think with that's going to do it for our first episode of the Panthers franchise. Next episode, I'm going to sim this last preseason week, which I guess we get it on now, but I'll do it next episode. And then I will get into regular season games, which will be full games, both halves, all starters. And looking forward to the season, looking forward to Madden season, one of my favorite times of the year, like I said. Football's just right around the corner. But anyway, appreciate y'all for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.